Hey, what's happening? Jeff Pish back here behind the kit. So today is essentially day 2 of learning the second tune on this Chick Corea album. This tune is called Make a Wish. The first video you saw is just basically the run through of the first time attempt, and not great, not terrible, but not great. So now day 2 is where I consider like the dig in day. So I'm going to break down some sections and try different things, see what works, see what doesn't work, probably loop some stuff. And the idea is just to get more comfortable in the hands, because I do improvise through all this stuff. I have general ideas of how it works, and I certainly am working on memorizing the form. But then I'm just kind of letting things go and playing the way I play. Again, I'm not trying to duplicate or replicate what Dave Weckl did. I don't play like Dave Weckl, so that's never going to be the case. I play like me, so this is how I approach covers, and I think you should approach covers too. Play like you. You take those influences of all those different drummers that you love and put it into your own playing and make it your own thing. So here we go. I'm going to dig in and see how it goes today. Yeah, so just as a quick warm-up, I ran through the whole tune and made mental notes along the way of things I need to break down and kind of sort out. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the introduction section. So I'm going to make a loop out of the intro. And so I'll go ahead, I'll build that real quick, and then we'll get into it. All right, so I just made a loop of the introduction, and I'm just going to go through that. So let's walk over back to the kit. I got to take my mouse. Walking back to the kit. It's a nice setup in here. I'll give you the overview on the setup one of these days. There we go. All right, so now we're back behind the kit. And now I'm just going to take that introduction and I'm just going to go ahead and loop it a bunch of times and get comfortable with the transitions within the intro. And then coming out of the intro, it's going right into a quick swing section. Very tricky. It's pretty tricky. So yeah, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, there's a lot in there. There's a lot in there, and that's just the intro. It does settle in to some groove a little bit in there, but there's stuff that comes in and out. There's those hits that are happening. Let me kind of see if I can raise that up. Some don't want to cut off the heat. Oh, there we go. There's a lot of stuff that kind of bobs in and out. There's some dynamic things happening in there that I'm trying to work on and see if I can catch. But you see, this is kind of my process when I learn a tune. Oh, I just want to get immersed in it and get comfortable with it and be able to move freely within it and know what's coming, not be guessing. So that's why we loop it a bunch of times. I'll probably sometimes I'll turn the track off and just slow some things down. Going slow is good. So you got to slow it down sometimes. And if there's like a tough hit section, slow it down. I can even use the DAW to change the tempo to break it down, so I can slow it down and work on things a little more detailed. So I'll get into some of that, and off we go. So today's the grind day. I'm going to keep working these loops, and and next week is really the next video, I should say, is the goal. So I'm trying to do basically 3 days on a tune. First day, I just rough through it, get comfortable, sort it out. Second day is the grind day. So we're grinding today. You're going to really dig in. And the third day, we're going to record. We're going to get some better takes and hopefully, be able to get through the whole tune and have it sound like something. Is it going to be perfect? No, but I try not to let perfect be the enemy of good. I like that. And this is a fun project anyway. This is, just me, this is going to make me better as a player working on stuff like that, like this. And so that's what I'm doing. So cool. Thanks for hanging out and checking things out. I'm going to dig back in and spend my day here. And please do hit that subscribe button, like the video, share it with your friends, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging.